What's up, guys?
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
Where you guys? First of all, it sounded great, man.
Thanks for having us.
Where you guys from?
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
You shouted out Mississippi like 9 times in the last
Well, I
song.
don't know. You know, hey, listen. Springsteen yells out Jersey, and well, that's a bad example. So now Mississippi. Now you all guys, you went to high school, college together. How do you know each other?
Most of us.
Yeah,
I'm
high
up
school.
in Charleston, by the way.
You're from where?
Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South
Throw
Carolina.
them in the lump there.
How do guys meet each other in music nowadays? Like, what happens? Like Facebook, like everybody else in the world, or
We met at shows.
Yeah,
mostly.
we had a pretty good music scene in our town, in Jackson.
right?
And so we were, for some reason, in bars and stuff at like 12 or 13.
And you just met, like the story, like Keith Richards and Mick Jagger met at a train station. They just walked up to each other and they saw like blues albums in each other's arms, and they said, "Oh, you like the blues? You want to have a band?" And
Yeah.
then 50
Yeah.
years, 50 years later,
Not too
they,
far away from that. You can't really miss the twins either.
right?
Sort of,
Yeah,
you
we're
see them a
always
couple of
together,
times, the
so-
long-haired twins.
Yeah. So I mean, now were you guys like? Did people mess with you in high school? Were you bullied and stuff like that?
We were in the band in high school, so
Yeah.
But did you look like this?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess we got bullied a little, but
You got
I mean,
bullied a little.
But we had a group, so it wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
It was like,
We had each other's back.
Chris Rock has a great new bit about bullying because he goes, everybody wants to end bullying, but hey, if you end bullying, you got no creative people. Like, again, you can end bullying, but you got no Apple. You can end bullying, but then there's no Comedy Central. Bullying creates, you become rebellious, I think, and you wanna like stick it to the bully.
You guys were all in this band in high school together?
Yeah, I think we're like 14 and 15.
when we started the band.
Yeah, roughly like 7 years now.
You've been together 7 years. Well, you look young. How old are you guys?
23,
22.
22.
20. You've been together since you're 15. Then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 21.
Now, do you, I mean, I hate to give a stereotype here, but you look like you smoke a lot of weed. Do you guys partake
My
in
mom
that?
was watching.
Yeah. I mean, but does that
Your
help?
mom's watching the Artie Lange show after midnight. She's smoking weed too.
Well, they're on it.
Probably need to talk.
Well, they're on the show. It'd be funny if the mother wouldn't even watch, even if they're on it.
I
Like,
think they're on the TV.
I'm still not watching. But now, what about drugs? Does it help the creative process? It does,
Yeah,
right?
definitely helps.
I haven't heard it, but I mean,
For comedians, George Carlin said it. He said he denounced like coke and anything like that, heroin. But he said with weed, he would write his stand-up act straight, and then he would get high, and then he'd rewrite it, and it always got funnier. So that works.
See that.
Does that work with
that's
music?
the same with music almost.
does, right?
Yeah.
So, like, if a dealer gets your business, that's good business because you're gonna keep buying weed to keep writing.
Right? Emotional
Absolutely.
aspects to it,
Yeah.
for sure.
So, like, if I knew a guy in the city, I mean, like, I could hook you up or something.
He'd be the guy.
I wonder where this is going.
How do you get weed on the road? Do you smuggle it?
Well, I mean,
Sound engineer.
just like you said, people sort of just.
They bring
I
it.
bet.
assume,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna guess and say that I should bring some.
They bring it to you.
Usually,
I mean,
at least, well, they don't.
When you
bring
say it like that, it makes it seem. I mean,
Yeah, it's not just waiting
all the
for
time.
us.
You don't have it on you, do you?
No.
You gotta be,
man.
you gotta be careful because I used to
roll with that,
do the Howard Stern show, and Snoop Dogg would come on there, and I would walk by his dressing room, like the green room, and I swear to you, I could have failed a pee test just from walking by his dressing room, and like whatever you call it, the chronic or something, insane. And I've done a lot of drugs, but I would get high a contact high from walking by, and he would come on the Stern show and he would talk about being a pimp and beating women with sneakers, and always having weed. He would always have weed on him. And I would say, if a cop is listening, why don't you just always arrest Snoop Dogg?
I feel like that happened to him.
But so you got to be careful with that because it's a gateway drug
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned.
You guys going to New York a lot?
Try to.
2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got a good career going. Where you on the road now?
Yeah.
And where are you going to next?
Hoboken.
Hoboken.
Maxwell.
That's where I live.
Hell yeah.
You going to Maxwell's?
Yeah.
When are you going to be at Maxwell's?
Tomorrow
Tomorrow
night.
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 Tomorrow night.
Hoboken has it.
What time?
10:30.
10:30.
9 o'clock.
10:30. I got to be here.
You want to look out for the show? You go rock out with the Weeks in Hoboken?
No, I might, honestly, that's like a couple of blocks from my house.
Well,
You need a place to crash?
After party at
Yeah.
Artie's.
Yep.
I tell you what,
After
guys,
party at Artie's. That sounds fun.
if you guys listen, I'm done here at 1 o'clock. I could be back at my place by 1:15. If you could get some broads back over there,
22-year-olds
it.
older than a
Consider it
rock
a
band.
stay.
Look at them.
Done.
you guys probably get a lot of broads, right? 20. No one's married at 22. I hope.
Oh, we're
yet.
not married now.
Oh, good. Well, wrangle up some ass. I'll give you my address. It's literally 3 blocks from Maxwell. Well, good luck with it. Thanks for doing the show, guys.
thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
The name of the group, it's The Weeks, and the album that's out now is Gutter Gaunt Gangsta.
That's the one.
And there's an EP called Rum Springer. The songs were Steamboat and The House We Grew Up In. Thanks a lot, guys. Come back and see us, man.
Will do.
These are The Weeks. Check them out. We'll be back to fix Joe Matarese on the Artie Lange Show.